Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Barnhart Field for the second home game of the season. The Zebras return to Barnhart tonight after defeating the Rugged Knox team last Friday with a victory over the Redskins with a score of 12-7. Our opponent tonight is the Peru Tigers. They come to town looking for their first win of the season, having been defeated by Logansport and Northfield. The Tigers are coached by Rose in St. Louis. The Zebras are coached by Brian Hooker. Kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. Rochester High School is a non-smoking facility, and that includes the parking lot. We thank you for your cooperation. Restroom facilities are located at the exit the west end of the school. Enter the double doors. The restrooms will be on your right-hand side. Concession stands are operated on the visitor side with a better selection at the main concession stand, which is at the west end of the field. The referees for tonight's contest are as follows. The referee, James Craig. The umpire, James Payne. The head linesman, Mark Herberger. The line judge, Mark Stoltz. The back judge, Mark Mettler. Game time temperature appears to be around 83 degrees with a southeast wind about 10 miles an hour, 59% humidity, and a 68-degree dew point, and it makes for a little sticky evening. Also tonight is a special night. It's mini cheer night, middle school football, and youth football night. All of those will be introduced right at the start of halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand as we honor our country and our flag with the singing of the national anthem. Our anthem will be performed by the Rochester High School Manitou Choir under the direction of Lisa McMillan.
Rise Where did they go?
If you didn't catch it on the way in, there is a 50-50 raffle at the main ticket box. It's to benefit 3 Zebra staff members that are going through some rough times. Tickets are $1 a piece or 6 for $5. They will be sold up until mid through the second quarter.
Did you print any of them? Zach? Playing catch over there. Hey, watch where you're stepping now. This is like...
Where is this plug in at?
Right there?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I haven't seen this wire, like, wait a minute. That wire's got to go to this camera. Okay, go ahead and switch back to this. Turn internal off. And at halftime, turn internal back.
better as if he could have downed it inside the 10, but, to kick it into the end zone in high school football is a pretty good accomplishment.
That's going to wrap up the Rochester Iron Metal pregame show here on WROI. We're going to take about a minute and a half timeout and come back with a kick of week 3. That's next, 92.1 WROI.
What's hurting us at the receiver is we have no
hang on. In to me. 14? 14.
That is man. That's amazing.
Getting over, aren't they?
Quick.
So are we. Amen, brother. So Rochester won the toss, and they elect to receive. So back deep for the Zebras will be Riston, Prater, and Terrence. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. We are ready for week number 3 of high school football, where the Zebras are 2-0 and the Peru Tigers are 0-2. North Miami and Valley going to be a close one to keep an eye on tonight. We're going to try to get those updates.
Yeah, that'll be Northfield Southwood also play tonight. That'll be a good TRC matchup.
Looks like Zach Johnson, a 5'9 sophomore, will kick off for the Peru Tigers. And Rochester will go to our right, which is the east. And over in kick. And Prater just going to watch it bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Zebras will start their first series of the game on their own 20, going to our right. Nice kick. Yeah, the Johnson kid only had about a 3-step drop and power right leg through it and went into the end zone.
And he kicked it towards the corner, which kind of took the angle out of it for Prater. The ball hit on the 10 and ran into the end zone.
Brady Perez brings the play to the huddle. Wilson Dalton is going to be the tight end, looks like to the right side. And the flanker to the right side is Prater. Riston is the wide out to the near side. Isaiah Jackson is in the game. Abbott gets the carry off the right side, and Abbott rumbles ahead for about 5 yards. I think Isaiah Jackson was supposed to be the lead block, but Bryce Abbott saw a hole, cut it inside that block, and carried it up to the field for 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 2. And Isaiah Jackson comes out of the game. B.J. Barnes will bring the play into the huddle. Matt Lease reports into the game for the Rochester Zebras. You want to set the front line, Brad?
Yeah, for Rochester's front line, a lot of experience up front. Tyler Walker at 1 tackle. 1 guard, Zane Gilbert. Zach Graham is the center and anchoring that line. Jerry Plummer is the left guard, and Dylan Weaver is your left tackle.
Abbott again off the right side, same play. Jumps ahead for about a 3-yard gain. Will bring up 3rd down and short for the Zebras. 3rd and about 2 for Rochester at about their 28-yard line on the near hash going to our right.
Did Coach Hooker say that Isaiah's on a snap limit tonight?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not in so many words, but yes, that's what it was said. Valley leads North Miami 11 minutes to play in the first quarter, 7-0.
Wow.
Yeah, that was quick.
Was that at North Miami or at Valley? At Valley.
3rd and 2 for the Zebras. Perez under center, Abbott in the backfield. Lease goes in motion to the right side. Here's a snap. On the end around, Prater has the first down. Prater up the middle, bounces off the tackler, somersaults ahead to the 41-yard line, and that'll be enough for Rochester. First down, move the change, will move to the 41.
Nice run by Hayden Prater. He found a little seam off that right side of the line, enough for the first down or a little more.
I also love the way he finishes the run. When he's going to get contact, he covers up the football very well.
Ball in the near hash, 41-yard line is where the Zebras will start this play. I backfield with Isaiah back as the tailback. Perez hands off to Isaiah Jackson going left. Isaiah Jackson, huge hole in the middle at the 40, and they grab it by the shoestring at the Peru 35-yard line. Another first down for the Zebras. He wasn't touched until 15 yards.
I would say Isaiah Jackson, if he's 100% healthy, that's a touchdown. You can kind of see as he broke free, he just didn't have that speed to pull away from the defense until he's just not quite 100% yet.
You have a Wabash?
Not yet.
I got that. 8-0, Wabash. Right.
24 for Jackson on the pickup.
First and 10 for the Zebras at the Peru 35-yard line. I-backs again for Perez. Brady takes the snap. Hands off to Isaiah Jackson going right. Met at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Zebras. 9:45 to play in the first quarter. No score, but the Zebras inside the Peru 35-yard line, getting 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. B.J. Barnes brings the play in from the sideline. Riston comes out. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, and David Messelman. 2nd and 8 for the Zebras at the Peru 33-yard line. Prater goes split to the left side. B.J. Barnes wide right, short side of the field. I-backs for Brady Perez. Brady under center, takes the snap. Hands off to Jackson again, going left. Jackson cuts back to the middle of the field, takes it inside the 30, down to around the 27-yard line. He's going to pick up about 6 and bring up 3rd and manageable for the Zebras.
That's 3 straight runs for Jackson for 33 yards.
Right. Sean Kelly is the offensive coordinator, right? How many times have we seen over our 20 years together? If the play works the first time, the same play is coming back again. 2nd and 2 for the Z's. Under 9 minutes to play. Full house backfield for Rochester. 2 tight ends. Brady Perez takes a snap from Graham. Hands off to Prater going left. Prater has a first down. Kicks it outside. Shakes one tackler. Gets it across the 25. Down to around the 21. A pickup of about 6 for Hayden Prater. And another Zebra first down. Giving the 22, so giving him a 5-yard pickup.
Good misdirection by the Zebras that time as Prater starts in that wing T on the right-hand side and goes back to the left. Abbott and Jackson came to the right.
Ball on the far hash, which is the Peru sideline. Prater splits right. Riston split left. Dalton tight right. Hand off to Abbott up the gut. Abbott shakes a tackle at the 15, the 5. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Zebras. A 22-yard run for Bryce Abbott, and the Zebras strike first.
Nice run by Abbott, right up the middle, right behind the center, Zach Graham, and Zane Gilbert, that right guard. Nice job by the offensive line, a huge hole. Abbott split the linebackers, and I don't think he was touched until he dove for the end zone at the 3.
That entire drive featured holes that I think I could run through, honestly.
I'm telling you, that's some big holes.
Big ones.
Wade Schaefer on to attempt the extra point, wrist injured holder. Snap is back, hold is down. Schaefer puts a right foot into it, and it is good. 7-0 Rochester. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
Rochester puts the points on the board first in this contest. They go up 7-0 on 8 plays that took 80 yards, culminated by Bryce Abbott's 21-yard run right up the gut of the Peru defense. But give Isaiah Jackson props too. He had 33 yards on 3 carries during that run for the drive for the Zebras in his first play of this season.
Yeah, well, yeah, and for him coming back, I mean, he hit the hole very hard, hit it very good. Like you said, the breakaway speed's not there. But 10 yards of play?
Hey, we'll take 10, 11 yards every time he touches
10
the
yards
ball.
of play, you're going to win a lot of football games.
Cleaver and Scarlett back deep to receive the kick. Cleaver retreats to the 5. At the 10, the 15, the 20. At the 25, right up the middle. At the 35, the 40. And Wade Schaefer there to stop him, but not until the kickoff return takes the Peru Tigers out to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that ball didn't have any height to it. He basically outkicked his coverage, and Peru did a really good job of setting the wedge up down the center of the field and really got themselves in really good field position here to start their first possession.
So on comes Michael Chandler, a 6'1 junior, 180 pounds. He'll be the quarterback, and behind him will be a 5'8 senior, Isaac Seibel. 3 receivers make that 4 receivers for the Peru Tigers. Out of the pistol formation is Chandler. He hands off to Seibel, and he gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Zach Graham, the first one to hit him, and also Tyler Walker there for the Zebras.
Swarming Zebra defense right there.
Every game, and
Yeah, you're
So
right.
fun to watch.
That front 4 for Rochester's defense, Wilson Dalton, Tyler Walker, Ethan Dewald, and Chandler Lamb. They've done a fantastic job defensively. Like we said, with the exception of 3 broken plays, pass plays, Rochester could have shut out their first 2 opponents.
Yeah, you're right. 2nd and 9 for the Zebras. For the Tigers. Ball on the far hash, which is the Peru sideline. They have 3 receivers to the near side. Out of the shotgun is Chandler. Takes a snap, looking to throw to the near side. It is incomplete. Good defense by Tarrant, who came up over the back of Cleaver and knocked the ball away. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, trying to throw into double coverage that time on a quick slant play.
But it was good to see that Rochester stepped right up there and knew that was coming.
Itself wasn't so terrible, but Rochester's defense was good.
Yep. 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Again, ball spotted at their own 43-yard line. Ball on the far hash. Peru going to our left with 7:25 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 7-0.
Big 3rd down play here for Peru.
Miller and Cleaver wide to the near side. Out of the pistol formation is Chandler. Cleaver goes in motion right. Seibel up the middle. Tripped up at the 45. Falls across the 45 to the 46. Picks up 3. It'll be 4th down and about 6 for the Peru Tigers at their own 46-yard line. And unless the quarterback, Chandler, is the punter, it looks like Peru's offense will stay on.
Now here comes another group.
See, that's what I know.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, that'd be a really gutsy call in my book. You're down on a quick, 7-0 pretty early in the ball game.
Cade Townsend will kick from his 35-yard line. Prater stands at his 30 to receive the punt. And now he's been directed maybe to slide back a little further. Oh, there's a false start on the in the backfield for Peru, and the kick comes off the side of the kicker's foot.
Good kick,
rolls
takes away from
inside the 25. Another flag on the play, down to around the 16-yard line. So I have to assume Coach Hooker is going to accept this penalty unless they're offsetting and back Peru up. It'll be a legal motion on Peru.
Well, there wasn't any Rochester players on this half of the football field.
And
so
that flag wasn't thrown until after the first bounce.
Until the ball started to go out of bounds, yeah.
What's that flag, you think? Illegal motion in the backfield.
Yes, and that was the call, but he didn't make another call. So I'm guessing the Peru will be backed up. Yeah, they're going to be backed up 5 yards, so it'll bring up 4th down at about 11 now.
Now he's calling him. I don't think the head official knew that the other official threw his flag, unless it was supposed to be a beanbag.
So now the official's talking to Coach Hooker on the sideline. Coach Hooker accepted the illegal motion, but now we're talking about the flag that was thrown down here on the Rochester sideline at about the 22-yard line.
There wasn't a Zebra player within 20 yards.
No, as I said, there wasn't anybody on this half of the field. So.
Okay, so that's straightened out. They're going to back him up 5.
It could have been a sideline warning, or it could have been he was trying to use his beanbag for a marker and got his flag instead.
Yep.
But
well, that's one call in our favor that we didn't even get last week, right there.
Not going to let that go, are you?
We're one to the good already, boys. This is a good week so far.
Only the losers complain about officiating.
I understand. I'm over it.
4th and 11 for the Peru Tigers, back at their 41-yard line.
I mean, we start out the game, 10 yards of play, score a touchdown, kick the extra point, go 3 and out.
And you're belly aching already.
I'm happy.
So Peru going to try it again from the 30. Townsend, the punter.
Snap.
Gets a snap, no pressure, puts a left foot into it, nice kick. Prater is driven backwards, takes a bounce, a high bounce. Now he's going to roll inside the 15, and it's going to come to rest down around the 10. Probably should have taken it at the 16, huh?
Yeah, the punter's done a really good job, both of those kicks, of keeping it away from Prater and making the angle so that he couldn't have a shot at it.
Well, Coach Hooker looks like to me not excited about the effort there, showing that big hop.
I bet you we end up putting 2 guys back from here on out. I mean, we got to catch the ball. We're looking 20 or 25 yards.
Battery's going to have him set up another 10 or 15 yards deeper.
Yeah. So Zebras will take over on this series at their own 10-yard line after the punt. Ball in the far hash.
Well, we went 80 yards the last series.
Nick Allen brings the play in from the sideline. Rochester will break the huddle. Allen will go wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Split left is Prater. Isaiah Jackson dots the I. And Dalton is tight right. Brady under the center. Hands off to Jackson off the right side. Isaiah Jackson lowers his head, falls across the 15 to close to the 16-yard line. So he's going to get about 6 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Rochester Zebras. 6:15 to play in the first quarter. Z's are up 7-0.
You can clearly see with him, though, and I coached him, and I know what he is as an athlete. It's crazy, but you can tell he is, 60%, 70%.
I was say, you can tell he's got good power coming out of the snap of the ball, but he doesn't have that high gear yet.
Tarrant dots the I now. Carry to Abbott, right up the middle. Bryce Abbott off to the races, grabbed by the shoestring and tripped up, but not until he crosses the 30-yard line and gets close to the 34.
18 yards on that pickup for Abbott. A huge hole. Again, that offensive line doing a tremendous job on the left side. Walker and Gilbreth.
10 straight runs.
Yep.
Well, maybe we won't see a passing game.
Rochester's already over 100 yards rushing in this football game as a team.
Wow.
1st and 10 for the Z's at their own 34-yard line. Ball in the far hash. Riston wide to the near side. Tarrant dots the I behind Abbott. Perez takes the snap. Hands off to Tarrant going left. Gary and Tarrant off the left side. Positive yards. Pushes his way ahead. It's tackled at about the 34. So he's going to get about 5 on the pickup.
About the 39.
I'm sorry, the 39. Yep.
Peru puts 8 guys in the box and still gives up 5 yards. Ugh.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Rochester Zebras. Ball spotted at their own 39. Prater and Allen come wide to the near side. Jackson and Abbott in the I formation. Wilson Dalton tight right. Here's a snap. Brady Perez rolls on the near side. He's going to go, quarterback keeper. He tucks and runs at the 45. Lowers his head. Stiff arm at the 47 and ran out of bounds near the 48.
And he twisted an ankle coming out of the sideline there.
Giving the 48-yard line another Zebra first down as he picks up about 9 yards. That was a design run from the word go.
It was.
Run, but
I'm more concerned about right there as they had him wrapped up around the ankles, and he tried to step out of bounds and twisted that ankle.
I was watching him walk back to the huddle.
He's limping.
He's limping. That's enough for Coach Hooker to say, okay,
he may have to come out and get that taped up.
Split backs for Perez. Hands off to Abbott off the left side. Abbott cuts it back towards the middle and brought down right at midfield, giving 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Zebras. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 7-0.
That 2-yard run's the shortest run Rochester's had from scrimmage tonight.
Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman.
Riston's running in the play here.
They'll break the huddle. Ball in the near hash, which is the Rochester sideline. Hayden Prater, nope. Riston comes wide to the near side. Prater will go split left, which is the wide side of the field. Dalton's tight left. I-backs for Brady Perez on 2nd and 8. Brady takes the snap from Graham. Fakes the handoff. Looks left. Throws left. Now Prater's going to have to come back and get the ball. He does. Races up and catches it. Wow. Hayden Prater had to come back for the short pass, and he rose up over the defense and grabbed it at the 21-yard line and picked up about 27 yards.
29 yards on that pickup, but Perez, a big, lofting, floating ball up there that Prater had to come back and fight for.
1st and 10 for the Zebras at the Peru 21-yard line. Ball in the far hash.
Great to see him connect on the pass play, though.
Jackson comes out of the game. Matt Lease is your fullback, or make that your tailback. Barnes wide to the near side. Prater in the slot to the right, and the flanker to the right, I should say. Here's the snap. Pitch to Abbott, coming to the near side. Abbott at the 20, lowers his head at the 15, falls across the 15 and gets it down to the 14-yard line. Picks up 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. 2:50 to play in the first quarter. Again, Rochester up 7-0. And it's second down at the Peru 14-yard line. Rochester quickly on the football after the huddle. Dalton goes split left, or make that tight left. Prater split left. Riston wide to the right side. Lee dots the I. Brady Perez takes the snap, hands off to Abbott over the left side. Abbott backs his way to about the 12-yard line. Not a lot there. It'll be third down and about 1 for the Rochester Zebras. With 2:10 to play in the first quarter, Rochester up 7-0, and they're looking at third down and a long one right now for the Z's. Ball at the 12. Full house backfield for Rochester. 2 tight ends. Allen left, Dalton right. Brady Perez gives to Lee off the right side, a huge hole. Matt Lee shakes one tackler at the 10, backs his way to the 6. That'll be first and goal for the Zebras after a 6-yard run for Matt Lease.
Nice job by Lease. He just kind of snuck behind Abbott as they cut through the offensive line, and he didn't get hit for 5 yards.
It'd be a nightmare preparing for us if you're the other coach, seeing all these running backs from every different direction.
We've had 6 different people carry the football in this game.
90 seconds to play first quarter. First and goal for Rochester at the 6-yard line. Brady Perez with 2 tight ends and a full house backfield. Hands off to Prater going left. Hayden Prater walks into the end zone. Touchdown Zebras.
Nice job on Prater on the cut back to the left side behind Dylan Weaver. And Zane Graham, they did a great job.
The holes are ginormous. Offensive line is absolutely just pushing 3-4 yards off the ball every play, and the running backs can't even get touched till they're 5 yards down the field.
You know what I've missed? And we did it a little bit last year, but I've missed the fireworks after each score.
They just did
they're
one.
back. I know it. Relax.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that.
My dog didn't miss it any week one.
Kick coming. Snap is down. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is away, and it's good. 14-0 Rochester. You're listening to Zebra Football 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Minute 23 to play in the first quarter, Brad. Zebra strike again.
Yeah, this time 10 plays, 90 yards, and a 6-yard run by Hayden Prater gives the Zebras a 14-0 lead. And I just telling you guys off the air, Rochester's gone 8 plays, 80 yards, 10 plays, 90 yards. We're averaging 10 yards every time we come to the line of scrimmage.
Unbelievable.
So back deep for Peru is Forrest and also Scarlett, and Wade Schaefer will kick off for the Rochester Zebras, who are up 14-0. Need a little bit more air in this one, don't we?
Yeah. No more hang time.
Schaefer ready. High end over end kick.
A little better.
Forrest at the 9, at the 15, the 20, the 25, and is knocked down at the 30-yard line, so he returns at about 21 yards. And the Peru Tigers will take over on their second series of the game at their own 30. Rochester up 14-0 with a minute 17 to play in the first quarter.
Senior tight end Wilson Dalton making that run come to an abrupt stop.
We were talking a little off air, though. You factor in our offensive line, you throw Wilson Dalton as a tight end, Bryce Abbott as a blocking back. That's how you get 5, 6, 10 yards of play on a run.
You're right.
It's unbelievable. The Bears are tied 7-7 with Harrison, so they got a game this week.
Say it again.
Logan Sport.
Oh, okay. Berries, okay.
Yep. Harrison, is that Lafayette?
Yes.
Yeah, Lafayette Harrison. Out of the pistol formation is Chandler, with Seibel behind him on 1st and 10. Cleaver goes in motion to the right side. On the run, Lamb wraps up this running back Seibel and stops him for no gain. Chandler Lamb was in the backfield just about as quick as the ball was. Chandler Lamb came from the right defensive tackle spot. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Rochester. Chandler will send 4 receivers out, 2 to the right, 2 to the near. Seibel will be behind him. Chandler will be in the pistol formation. 50 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Rochester tight man-to-man defense on the receivers.
Chandler ready, sets the line. On 2nd and 10, Forrest comes in motion to the near side. Seibel gets it. Lamb wraps him up again. Seibel gets maybe a carry. And actually, did I see a beanbag on the floor? On ground, I did. The Zebras recover a fumble.
Wow.
The Zebras strip the ball away from Seibel, and they pick it up. So with 29 seconds to play in the first quarter, they get it back at the Peru 30-yard line. Chamberlain caused it.
And recovered it. Yes.
Forced it and recovered it. Have a series, young man.
Yeah, Rochester had a couple of turnovers, forced turnovers last week against Knox.
1st and 10 for the Zebras at the Peru 30, leading 14-0. Isaiah Jackson is the right flanker. Prater is the left flanker. And now Peru will take a timeout. We'll take a 60. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rochester, after the fumble recovery by Chandler Lamb, will start this series at the Peru 30. Jackson is the right flanker. Prater is the left flanker. Lone back is Perez. Wide to the right side is Riston. Ball in the middle of the field for Brady Perez. Brady under center. Takes a snap from Graham. Pitches to Prater coming to the near side. Then comes back towards the middle. Shakes one tackler. Then looking for the edge. Oh, baby. If he gets to the left edge, that play was coming to the right. He cut it back inside because of a Peru tackler got upfield. And if he could have shook one more tackler and got to the left edge, he was gone, but he got two.
That was a great effort by Prater. He took, Peru had 3 guys in the backfield, and he did a good job just getting positive yardage.
That's going to wrap up the first quarter. After 1, Rochester leads 14-0. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe, online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
We're going to the second quarter. Rochester up 14-0. Brady, you have some scores from around the area.
Yeah, early scores. Tippecanoe Valley leads North Miami 7-0. Wabash leads Manchester 8-7. Mechanical leads Whitco, Rochester's opponent next week, 6-0.
And the first play in the second quarter, Rochester will start at the Peru 28-yard line. Second down, second and 2. Brady Perez out of the shotgun formation. Low snap, picks it up, back to pass, rolls to the right. Here comes the pressure, now comes back and comes to the near side. Fakes, rolls away from the pressure again, throws it down the field. Got a wide-open receiver off the hands of Wilton Dalton. Dalton incomplete. Great job by Brady Perez keeping that play alive. Put it on the hands of 89, and he couldn't bring it in.
Amazing just to get the throw off there.
It almost looked like they were trying to run a middle screen the way the defenders came through that offensive line, but Brady Perez, did a great job of avoiding all of that pressure and eventually got one downfield.
We're a little surprised at this point that Pioneer isn't leading LaVille, even though it doesn't start till 7:30.
Right, spot them a couple.
Give it 2 minutes. It'll be 8-0.
3rd and 8 for the Zebras. 2 flankers and a wide out to the near side is Allen. Jackson goes in motion to the right side. On the end around, Prater has it. Hayden Prater, a huge hole at the 20,
There's a late
at the
flag.
19, at the 18, and we're going to have 2 flags in the play. That's probably going to be a hold on the Rochester Zebras.
Both flags thrown at the Wilson Dalton, so I'm guessing he probably got caught trying to seal that corner.
Looked like he was tackling.
Yeah.
I think it was enough for a first down. I think that Hayden Prater got 10. It's going to back up the Zebras. However, that play started on the 28, and if the flag is thrown at the, where's that thrown? At the
Looks
24?
like about the 23, 24. So we're going to be on the 34. So we're only going to lose about, 4 yards?
That's a 33. We lost about 5.
3rd and 13, maybe.
Yep, 3rd and 13 now for Rochester. 11:43 to play in the first half. Rochester leading 7-0. Isaiah Jackson comes off the field.
Look for that same play over again.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you really got two
Run it to the wide side of the field. He's got a lot more room to get around the corner.
2 downs here to get 13 yards. Brady Perez out of the shotgun. Tight end to the left side is Abbott. Hayden Prater is to his right. Back to pass to Brady Perez. Here comes the screen. Jailbreak. Prater gets it. He's got all the green grass in front of him. Prater bounces to the outside. Looking for a Peru sideline. Now looking for the end zone. Touchdown. There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. It's going to come back.
Usually, if there's a flag thrown behind the play, it's a block in the back.
Yep.
Nope. Jim, sorry, man.
Yep. It is. It's coming back.
And the thing is,
the flag's laying at about the 11-yard line.
Valley leads North Miami now 9-0.
Wow.
Somebody got a safety. I didn't see what the call was.
It was a block in the back.
Yep.
After
Prater was
behind the play. Yeah,
Prater was 10 yards up.
That's what infuriates a coach more than anything else in the world. It's one thing if you're clearing making a lane or something, but when the play's already past you.
After the penalty, the ball will be spotted at the Peru 23-yard line.
So we gain 10 yards.
It'll be 3rd down at about 3 for the Rochester Zebras, leading 14-0 with 11:12 to play in the first half. Isaiah Jackson comes on the field.
Great call by Coach Kelly there, man.
Yeah. And now Coach Hooker will have to use a frustration timeout. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
With 11:12 to play in the first half, Rochester up 14-0. It's been far from clean in this series.
Well, I'll tell you what, those mental mistakes on those penalties like that are the most frustrating thing for a coach.
Yeah. So Rochester will have 2 tight ends in the full house backfield for Brady Perez. 2 plays to get 3 yards. Brady up under Graham, takes a snap. Hands off to Prater, going left. Prater then grabbed to the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for a yard or 2. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Zebras. Under 11 to play in the first half. Coming up at halftime, the week that was. Also, Jesse Atkinson, Rochester guys tennis coach, coming up and talked about their season to this point. I had some things go on this week. There were some things, I should say, go on this week that I didn't get results for. So, unfortunately, those won't be on the radio tonight. 4th and 2 for Rochester. Eye backs for Brady Perez.
Peru's got the entire line up on front.
Jackson takes the carry off the right. Jackson backs his way across the 20-yard line. He gets it close to the 18. Giving the 19. It'll be enough for a Zebra first down. Nice job by the guys up front.
Yeah, because Peru had 7 people up on that line.
Oh, Bryce Abbott comes off a little gimpy.
I think it looks like to be the same ankle it's been bothering him, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Rochester, new set of downs at the Peru 19-yard line.
Coach Hooker said they had a lot of people banged up on that offensive side of the ball. We saw Perez turn an ankle earlier in this game.
Matt Lease is now your fullback with 5 on the play clock. Brady Perez under center. I-backs behind him, takes a snap at 2. Pitches to Jackson. Jackson avoids one tackler but not the other one, and he is pushed back to the 20-yard line. He's going to lose a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Zebras.
First run for a loss tonight by Rochester.
Injury bug is really, it is biting Rochester in ankles.
So Rochester went 80 yards and 90 yards, but this 30-yard drive is going to take more plays.
It's taking a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Eating up the second quarter.
And 11 for Rochester. Prater split right. Riston wide to the near side. Jackson dots the I. Dalton tight right for the Zebras. Brady Perez ready on 2nd and 11. Gives to Lease up the middle. Lease is met at the line of scrimmage by a Zebra, make that the Tiger defense. And he falls ahead to the 19, giving the yard back. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Peru is doing a very good job of
I think Rochester's going to have to get the ball in the air because Peru's doing a great job of shutting down the middle lanes of this offense right now.
3rd and 10 for the Rochester Zebras at the Peru 19-yard line. May not be all bad, and why I say that is I'd like to see what Wade Schaefer has.
You're right, and the clock is turning, so we're chewing up this second quarter.
Under 9 to play in the first half. Prater split right. B.J. Barnes wide left, split backfields for Perez. He's under center now with 5 on the play clock. Down to 4, down to 3. Here's the snap. Back to passes Perez. Looks for the screen. Looks to the right side. Gets it to Lease in the flat. Lease got some blockers. Lease pops it out to the Peru sideline. Now back inside and is cut down. Is shy of the 15. Giving him close to the 16-yard line and a pickup of about 3. It'll be 4th and 7. And here comes the field goal unit.
Peru did a good job there. I mean, it looked like the field was wide open. Just quickly come to a halt.
About a 33-yard attempt for Wade Schaefer from the far hash.
No wind. No wind.
No wind, that's right. Actually, we're going to make it a 32-yarder as he will put down the tee of the 22-yard line of the far hash. 12 on the play clock, plenty of time for Schaefer. We know he's got the leg for it. Now can he get it between the uprights? Down to 6 on the play clock. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is away. Got plenty of leg. Is it going left? It is. No good. Wide to the left. And Peru will take over on downs.
Plenty of leg, just left.
So Peru will take over after the missed field goal at their own 20-yard line. 7:49 to play in the first half.
Good job by the Tigers there. They turned it over, gave Rochester a short field, and was able to keep them off the board.
I think Rochester was our best defense that time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Rochester's had 28 offensive plays in this football game. Peru's had 10.
Yeah. So Peru takes over in the middle of the field. Chandler comes out. The new back with him will be Braden Masters. He's behind him in the pistol. Masters gets a carry going left, and Tyler Walker buries him in the backfield. Good heavens.
Masters is a freshman. I'm sure there's little butterflies there, and of course he meets Mr. Walker.
Not anymore. Butterflies are gone because Walker just knocked it out of him.
He just crushed them all.
So he's going to lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Peru Tigers. We're down to 7:25 to play. In the first half, the Zebras up 14-0.
Chandler's like, here, take this. I'm out of here.
He's had 3 really good games.
Walker's a beast.
2.5 at this point.
He's a big boy. Look at him.
Seibel back in there as the tailback for Peru. Chandler in the pistol formation with 4 on the play clock. Forrest goes in motion. Seibel gets the carry, and he is met by Zane Gilbreth. And Zane Gilbreth rips the ball out of his hand. No beanbag, so Peru will keep possession. Give him 2. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Under 7 to play in the first half.
Lamb was the only one down in a 3-point stance there. Everybody else was up. 2 guys, maybe even 3 guys took on Lamb. Gilbreth unblocked, comes right through and just sticks him.
Peru make that Rochester run in a 3-man front right now defensively, expecting the pass.
Yeah, you're right. They don't want anybody getting behind them.
3rd and 9 for the Tigers at their own 21. Chandler in the pistol. Behind him is Seibel. 4 wideouts for the Peru Tigers.
Here comes the blitz by
Here
Lees.
comes the pressure. Throws to the near side. He's going to outthrow the receiver, which is Cleaver, which is Steele. And Riston on the coverage. It'll be 4th down and 9 for Peru with 6:19 to play in the second quarter.
Steele might have actually had a step and a half on Riston, but the ball was a good 5 yards in front of him.
Yep.
Lease came right up the middle on a blitz there. Didn't get there, but put the pressure right in his face, probably causing him to throw it, and that's why he didn't have the time.
Back deep is Townsend to kick this one away, and last time he kicked the ball, he kicked a dandy.
We're not putting 2 guys back here, so.
Prater back at midfield. Townsend for Peru will kick from his 10-yard line. Townsend, left foot, low line drive kick. Takes a Peru bounce, rolls across the 50, and will come to rest at about the Rochester 44-yard line. With 6:11 to play in the first half, Zebras up 14-0, and will take over here in pretty good field position, maybe to milk the clock to the end.
Nothing you can do with a punt like that. Get out of the way and just
hope it stops. It almost looked like he was trying to hit somebody in the back as they were running down the field.
It wasn't too much higher than the actual helmet. You're right.
We got some more field to work with here. I think that'll.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's what we need.
Sure.
We need to at least be a plus 50.
Start on our side anyway.
Yeah, the short field,
44-yard line is where this one starts. Prater wide to the near side. I think Barnes is split right. Jackson dots the I. Brady hands off to Isaiah going left, and he is met in the backfield. And a nice little push, nice little effort there for Isaiah Jackson. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, plus about 2, so give him 2nd and 8.
Peru is firing through the gaps.
Yeah, they're winning right now up front.
Absolutely. So that 4- and 5-yard push we were getting is now -2, -3, because they're in the backfield.
2nd and 8 for Rochester. 5:45 to play in the second quarter. Again, Rochester leading 14-0. Matt Lease back in there at the fullback position. Prater is your flanker to the right side. 2 tight ends for the Zebras. Prater comes in motion to the near side. Brady Perez now goes back right as Prater gets the handoff. Look to shake the tackle. He does. Cuts it back inside. Gets into Peru territory. Takes a couple of tacklers for a ride as he gets it close to the Peru 47-yard line. Nice individual effort there by Prater because he was hitting the backfield.
I was going to say that was all Prater's. He did a great job because had his feet taken out from him as he tried to turn the corner, and he was able to catch himself on his hand and get his feet back under him.
Rochester is going to start seeing this week in and week out, though. Peru is 8 in the box. They're not even trying to hide it now. And that's what they're going to start seeing unless we can throw the ball.
3rd and 1 for the Zebras. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends. Perez under center. Gives to Jackson. Jackson has the first down. Grabbed by the ankles. He falls across the 45 to the 44. Giving 3 and another Zebra first down as the clock rolls with 4:40 to play in the first half.
So Prater's got 46 yards on 7 carries. Abbott's got 58 on 7 carries, and Isaiah Jackson's got 45 on 8 carries.
Good distribution.
Yeah, that is.
Barnes breaks the huddle, come wide to the near side. Dalton's tight right. Prater will be in the slot to the right side. I make that the left side, I beg your pardon. Split backs for Perez. Brady on 1st and 10 from the 44. Hands off to Lease. Matt Lease, a big carry off the left side, is pushed ahead to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and manageable for the Rochester Zebras.
Just another weapon the Zebras have.
Yeah, Matt Lease.
Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. Rochester High School, the Zebras are looking at 2nd down and 3. Under 4 to play in the first half, leading 14-0. Barnes wide to the near side. Slot to the near side is Prater. And a busted play. Brady Perez in the backfield. Tries to slip a tackler. He does. Brady Perez looking for first down yardage. Falls ahead of the 26, and that's going to be enough for a 0 first down.
He just kind of slid between the defenders.
Tarrant went left. Brady Perez went right. And it was the moment. Uh-oh. What do we do now? And there was 3 Peru defenders in the backfield waiting for Brady Perez. He turns sideways, gets Smalls, get in between 2 of the tacklers, and rumbles ahead for a first down.
He took one sideways step between the defenders and probably covered 4 yards.
1st and 10 for the Zebras at their own 31. Riston wide to the near side. Prater in the slot to the left. High backs for Perez. Lease right up the middle. Matt Lease. Matt Lease spun around. Brought down to the 21. Giving close to 10. Move the sticks. Giving 10 will be 1st and 10 for the Zebras.
How many carries is that for him now, Brad?
At least 4.
Okay, so he has 3 more to catch up to the other guys. I think Coach Hooker's really trying to get everyone to
equal 50 by half.
Yeah, equal work. And again, I mean, I think Lisa's the forgotten one. I don't, but the other 3 but they're amazing. It's amazing to have this many weapons.
High back for Rochester from the 21 of Peru. Brady Perez hands off to Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah, huge hole off the right side. Carries it across the 15-yard line and gets close to the 13. Another big run for Zebra back. A pickup of about 8. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for Rochester with 2:25 to play in the first half. Now it's going to be at the 13, so give him, I don't know, 2nd 3-ish.
Too late now. We put down 8.
Okay, works for me. If it comes down to 1 yard by the time we're finished, we've had a good night.
Yeah. Well, we're already over 200 yards rushing, so.
I mean, you and me.
Oh, okay.
2 receivers to the right for Brady Perez. From the 13-yard line. Split backs behind Brady. And he gets the Zebras to make that the defense to jump.
Free first
and that'll
down.
be a 5-yard penalty and a first down for the Rochester Zebras. 1:57 to play in the first half.
Inside the 10, 1st and goal.
Northfield leads Southwood 7-0 with 4 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Northfield?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's a big one. That one decided the TRC championship last year.
Wabash 15-7. First and goal for the Rochester Zebras with 100 seconds to play in the first half. Split backs for Perez. 2 wideouts to the right. Here's a carry to Lease. Lease goes right, cuts it back towards the middle. Still fighting for yards, looking for the 5-yard line. The spot on the near side says the 4. Giving 5. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line with 90 seconds to play. Gary and Tarrant comes into the game. Barnes comes out. Isaiah Jackson comes out. Nick Allen comes in. Clock rolls, 1:15 to play in the first half. Rochester has 2 timeouts left. Rochester will break the huddle with 19 on the play clock. They'll go to the full house backfield. Allen is your tight end to the right. Dalton tight end left. 3 backs for Perez. Straight T. Tarrant off the left side. Gary and Tarrant looking for the end zone. Touchdown Zebras.
I think that was Prater. Tarrant was on the near side.
It was Prater?
That was Prater, yeah. Number 20.
All right, I beg your pardon. Hayden Prater with a touchdown.
They're all a couple numbers away from each other, same size, same build. It's tough. But hey, we can see the numbers tonight.
Yes, we can tonight. You're right. That was a 4-yard run for Hayden Prater. And the Zebras are up 20-0 with 55 seconds to play in the second quarter with a Schaefer extra point coming.
When we don't get fancy, I know we like to see the ball in the air. When we don't get fancy and just put it down their throat, it's
Schaefer ready. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is away, and it is good. And a flag in the play. Hold on. The kick is good, and I think we're going to have roughing the kicker. Yeah, personal foul, roughing the kicker against the Peru Tigers, which will be assessed on the kickoff. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
The Bear.
Yeah.
It's 21-0 here in Rochester. The first half, Brad, coming to an end.
Yeah, Rochester that time 9 plays, 56 yards, and Hayden Prater jumps in from 4 yards out for his second touchdown of the night.
Schaefer ought to be able to kick this one to the school. Is he going to kick off here from the Peru 45-yard line?
Cow.
Wade Schaefer ready. Puts a right-footed charge into it. And it flies the end zone, so Peru will start at their own 20. 55 seconds to play in the first half. Nice run, that 4-yard run by Hayden Prater.
It was, and again, the little counter action coming back, the left side of the offensive line doing a good job of holding their blocks, and Prater, he didn't walk into the end zone, but he did have enough strength to power his way in.
Valley leads North Miami to 16-0 midway through the second quarter.
Caston down 24-6 to Triton. And Logan Sports trailing 21-14.
I bet that's a good game.
I bet that, yeah.
Shotgun now for Chandler with Seibel to his left. 4 receivers for the Tigers from their own 20. Foster comes in motion to the near side and gets a carry going left. Foster, positive yards. Cut down at about the 24, 25-yard line. Giving 5. It'll be second down and 5. Clock stops, 48 seconds to play in the first half. Why did the clock stop? Why did the clock stop?
I think number 5, was he injured? His helmet came off.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he was injured or...
Clock rolls with 45 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 5 for Peru. Seibel from the pistol. Rolling to pass to the near side. Now tucks. Now is hit and dropped. He'll lose yards. Chandler Lamb there to hit him. Also Wilson Dalton to hit him as well. Clock rolls. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester up 21-0. Jesse Atkinson, guys tennis coach, coming up at the break.
Rochester secondary, and I know Coach Hookers will be teaching this, but with the pressure we're getting on the ball, they've got to look for these quick passes, and we take advantage of that.
10 seconds to play first half. Chandler in the pistol. Takes a snap, back to pass, rolls left, rolling left, throwing, complete to Foster, and Foster gets across the 30 to around the 31 or 2, and that'll do it for the first half.
That's the only first down for Peru.
Nope, hang on a minute. The official's saying put 1 second on the clock, so Peru's going to have one more opportunity with 1 second on the clock, and I think Peru will use a timeout. Yes, Peru used a timeout as well. That's their second of the half. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Barring a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the half. 0.1 second to play in the half. Rochester up 21-0. Chandler out of the pistol. Back to pass. Looks left. Throws a high lofting pass down the far sideline. It is incomplete. As the offensive receiver, Cleaver, I believe, came over the back of Tarrant to break it up and it turned into a defensive back. Now we're at halftime. The Zebras lead 21-0. Coming back with the first half stats, the week that was, and we'll talk tennis here coming up next. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4.
strange, I don't know what I'm thinking. But is it wrong if I see him this weekend?
She must take to Olivia.
Thank you, girls. Our future zebra cheerleaders. And again, parents of the youth cheerleaders, remember to pick your daughter up at the gym. As soon as they exit, we're going to begin introductions of the Rochester Youth Football League. We're going to start with the K through 2. Beginning with Ryder Winter Road, Wyatt Hallstrom, Landon Heisey, Briggs Hunter, Camden Whitehead, Jordan Halterman, Deacon Cheeseman, Mason McLaughlin, Travis Nolan, Colton Heisey, Grant Bollinger, Dawson Beeler, Thomas Schwank, Jameson Wood, Landon Howard, Jordan Gonzalez, Galleon Trusty, Asher Merrill, Drew Lawson, Tanner Horn, Luke Hazen, Van Kaiser, Brody Owens, Corbin Boldry, Luke Gottschalk, Wade Whedon, Eli Murphy, Kai Malott, Gavin Fincher, Malaki Schaefer, and coaches Jason Kaiser, Jeremy Taylor, and Aaron Bollinger. The K through 2. Moving on to the 3rd and 4th graders. Beginning with Tegan Moyer, Aiden Wilson, Caleb Tyler, Jaden Cox, Andre Miser, Trenton Meadows, Curtis Markley, Cayman Brown, Hunter Trusty, Mitchell Clark, Landon Hazen, Camden Heisey, Skylar Bolenbach, Elliot Brown, Coach Dave Clark. Moving on to the 3rd, 4th grade, the Rochester Gold Team. Beginning with Owen Lett, Trevor Copeland, Seth Carter, Jason Garrett, Wyatt Jewell, Brady Coleman, Braden Jackson, Lyndon Wilburn, Gavin Pinder, Dylan Martin, Reed Perry, Grant Holloway, Grayson Flory, Joshua Zellers, Matthias Jackson, and the coach, Jason Kohler. Moving on to the 5th and 6th graders, the Rochester Black team, Javier Vance, Zane Ruby, Clarence Garrett, Wesley Lawson, Aiden Coe, Gabriel Heisey, Declan Gard, Jack Reffitt, Wesley Haynes, Jason Ace Hudkins, Carson Pauly, Jeremy Howard, Brantland Brady, Maddox Jewell, Jabez Yarber, Ethan Simpson, and Coach Jeff Pauly. Moving on to the 5th and 6th grade, the Rochester Gold team, beginning with Phoenix Sutton, Kyle Murphy, Matt Crossland, Braxton Sherrell, Aiden Claybaugh, Mark Newbeck, Odin Prater, Jonas Kaiser, Grant Clark, Connor Dunphy, Parker Brown, Brant Beck, Tristan Reagan, Lincoln Holder, Tommy Lovey, Keegan Sherrell. Coaches, Derek Beck, Matt Ruby, Jason Kaiser, and Derek Vance. That is the Rochester Youth Football League. Hope you guys have a great season. Moving on to the 7th grade Zebra team. Beginning with Taylor Schlosser, DJ Basham, Dylan Hook, Mason Ramsey, Colton Ferverda, Wesley Meadows, Michael Dalton, Keegan Reinhold, Tyler Wolf, Brock Bickle, Andrew Quinn, Colin Whelan, Peyton Young, Ariana Rubio, Gage Richard, Brady Beck, Bobby Jewell, Aiden Myers, Carson McKee, Caden Heichman, Peyton Brooks. Coaches, Nate Kramer, Bryce Roberts. The managers, Kirsten Minnix and Sam Miller. The 7th grade Zebras. Moving on to the 8th grade Zebras, fresh off their win at North Manchester last week. Beginning with Colin Marshall, Quinlan Kelly, Peyton Lunau, Alex Griggs, Aaron Baugh, Aaron Cox, Gavin McKee, Isaiah Stratton, Robert Wilson, Gabe Kerr, Aaron Swango, Eli Swango, Austin Rogers, Caden Weaver, Hunter Shriver, Carlos Arduino, Evan Lee, Hunter Campbell, Jathan Hughes, Ethan Brock, Tyree Cox. The coaches, Ryan Hell and John Lockman, the managers, Carolina Gomez, Faith Ball, Maverick Kyle and Lucas Clark. Your junior high Zebras. If you purchased a 50-50 raffle ticket to benefit the 3 Zebra staff members that are having a rough time, the winning ticket number is as follows: 115869. 115869. If you have the winning ticket, bring it to the press box. It's worth $160. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rochester High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Dave Danhauser. Let's hear it for the Rochester High School Marching Band. We have a couple announcements to make. There has been a lost debit card turned into the press box. If you're missing one, it's a Lake City Bank debit card. We have it up here, and we're shopping online. Also, the winner of the 50-50 raffle was David Rudd, and he kindly donated his winnings back.
It's all yours, Brad. Delphi 14-7 over North Judson in the second quarter. How about Pioneer? Close yet?
Welcome back to Rochester High School. We're about a minute away from the start of this third quarter. Rochester leading Peru right now 21-0. Some other scores around the area. Tippecanoe Valley leads North Miami 22-0. Wabash leading Manchester 29-14. Southwood leads Northfield 7-0. Some other scores, Mechanical leading Whitco. Whitco is where Rochester will travel to next Friday. Mechanical leads Whitco 19-0. Triton leads Caston 39-6. Pioneer and LaVille in a tight one, 16-13 at halftime. Pioneer trailed there early, 6-0, and then it's still pretty tight at halftime. Pioneer in a little bit of a fight here, LaVille. Winnemac leads North White 35-0, and Rochester's opponent last week, Knox, they lead Culver 6-0 early in that football game. So that should catch you up around the area. We're just a few seconds away from the start of the third quarter here as David slides back in. We'll get ready to go. Peru, Rochester had 4 possessions in that first half. They scored on 3 of them. The fourth one was their shortest one. They had 30 yards of field to work with. They missed a field goal, but Peru also had 4 possessions. They turned it over once, punted twice, and the half ended their last drive. They had 12 plays in that entire first half. Rochester had 2 drives of their 4 that almost went 12 plays. So great job, Rochester, defensively in that first half. Peru will start the third quarter with the football.
Mackey, we stalled a little bit on about the third possession of the game where we started on our own 30, and it wasn't because of outstanding defense. It was just because we shot ourselves in the foot 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, there was, we scored a touchdown on the drive. It got called back on a block in the back. I believe there was holding once or twice on that. I don't see anything different changing here in the second half. I haven't seen Peru really stop us over and over. We've stopped ourselves.
Yeah. I would agree with that assessment. Rochester's defense doing a fantastic job tonight.
Yes.
Mac, the first 2 games we had this year, the 3 scores that came from our first 2 opponents were all on long pass plays, and Peru hasn't even had an opportunity to throw one downfield yet.
I agree, and there's no doubt Coach Hooker's told our unit on defense, hey, make them march it down the field, multiple plays to punch it in the end zone. If we don't give up the big play, a team hasn't shown to be able to take it down the field.
Walker and Graham have been more than Peru can handle tonight.
Every team.
Schaefer puts the right foot into it, and we'll a touchback. That thing bounced on the goal line, a touchback, and the Zebras defensively will start on the 20-yard line.
What a weapon.
We've been looking for help to replace your dad. Can you put the headphones on? Can you talk to me?
No.
Kyle McLaughlin's son up there.
I'll say
I'm sure that he knows more than Dad.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Last week, everyone was interested in me being at the trough, eating at halftime. This week, in the episode of Max Munchies, I had Nubiano's Pizza, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. So Peru started on their own 20. They'll go to I-back look behind the pistol.
So you notice the sky to the west getting a little dark.
I
check the radar. There are thunderstorms coming across the state line. I think we'll get done here before those get here, though.
Low snap, ball's on the ground, and I believe the Tigers fall on it. I believe the Tigers got it back. They will. They'll lose a yard or 2 on the play, and that'll bring up second down and long for the Peru Tigers. That time they had the I-back formation in Seibel and Cleaver and the I-back behind the pistol. We haven't seen that yet.
Hey, Brad, first half, what was the total yardage for both teams?
Hang on a minute.
Yep.
You've got 2 offensive linemen. Val just pointed this out. You got 2 offensive linemen out here as receivers along the Rochester sideline. I-backs for the quarterback.
Talk about your trick plays.
Here's a snap, and there's a run around the left end.
Yep. Forrest,
that is.
Forrest.
When nothing else works, you start emptying the kitchen sink.
Yeah, you go to the back of the book and start looking at the trick stuff.
Well, they got 4. That'll bring up third down at about 7 or 8 for the Tigers. Minute gone here in the first quarter. Cleaver on the ball, I-backs behind him. Now those 2 same the linemen go wide to the far side, which is the Peru sideline. So basically you got 3 linemen right now for the Peru Tigers and 3 backs and 17 receivers.
Yep, they're spreading the defense out.
Chandler takes a snap on the option, gives it to the fullback in Seibel, and he goes nowhere. It's going to be 4th down. Well, that resulted in, 2 yards net.
Yeah. Well, Peru's saying, okay, let's spread them out and see if we can find any room to run.
See if we can open up some lanes. But no, the Rochester defense is really, really good.
So they got no play from Seibel, no gain, I should say. And the punting unit comes on for the Peru Tigers, and Hayden Prater slides back to about the 45-yard line.
Formations you see on extra point,
swinging gate
and all that.
Low snap picked up by the punter. We have a flag on the play. Nice punt. Takes a Peru roll. across the Rochester 40, down to around the 38-yard line, but there's a flag in the play. I'm guessing illegal formation on the Peru Tigers.
That, or I'm guessing offsides they took off because the ball bounced when it went to the punter,
Yeah, you're right.
and he didn't kick the ball. And you had guys 5 to 10 yards down the field already. Oh, sideline warning.
Sideline warning on the Zebras.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. So
That won't affect anything.
now, wait, hang on a minute, because if that's the second sideline call,
Personal foul?
That would be a 15-yarder. And that must be what they're calling because Peru's offense is still on the field. And they're moving towards midfield.
there's no way that thing was kicked. For that line of scrimmage that time was a 22. It's got to be Rochester football just back.
Okay.
So it is a sideline warning.
So do you move the ball back from where the punt stopped?
From where it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, okay.
So Rochester will take over the first series of the third quarter, leading 21-0 with 9:50 to play in the third quarter. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. So they're going to march it back from the 38. Yowza.
5-yard penalty.
And it'll take it back to the 32-yard line. So 37-32. First and 10 for the Zebras. I don't know if I've ever seen more than I can count on my hand the amount of sideline warnings I've ever seen in my broadcasting career.
Yeah.
And I've seen 2 tonight.
Well, that was actually a sideline penalty because
No warning, I guess, so that was already given. Prater gets a carry off the right side. A huge hole. Hayden Prater shakes a tackler. Gets across the 45 of Rochester down to the 49. 17-yard play for Hayden Prater. Of course, we've talked before, all that starts up front with the guys on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the big uglies are blocking there, but man, I just love the way he runs. He runs angry. Feet are chopping. He never goes down on the first hit.
Riston comes out of the game. Isaiah Jackson dots the I. Prater wide to the near side. Barnes split right. Perez under center. Gives to Jackson off the left side. Isaiah Jackson in Peru territory. Isaiah Jackson rumbling ahead across the 45, near the 42.
Sideline warning just gives us 5 extra yards to
Give him 9, it'll be 2nd and 1.
pad the rushing stats.
right. 2 big runs for Rochester to start this drive. Both of them coming through the left side behind Plummer and Dylan Weaver.
2nd down and 1 for the Rochester Zebras. Prater split to the near side, ball in the middle of the field. Riston wide right. I-backs again. Jackson gets the carry. He's got a face mask, and there it is.
Yeah.
He got 2 yards, and there's going to be 15 on top of that.
Yeah, he got the first down.
Jerked down by the face mask. So yeah, that won't be the 5-yard penalty, will it?
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, is that what they're calling the 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, I think it was inadvertent.
Wow. Thank you.
Thanks, Moss.
Yep.
Water, man.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Zebras at the Peru 34-yard line. 8:40 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 21-0. Allen brings a play in from the sideline. Prater split right. Wide side of the field. Allen wide to the near side. Split backs for Perez. Brady hands off to Abbott. Bryce Abbott, a huge hole off the right side, then back to the middle. Rumbles across the 30 to the 27. When you pick up 6 or 7, 8 yards at a crack,
Yeah.
makes you feel pretty short.
Yeah, Rochester's doing pretty good on their averages tonight.
I would like to see the Zebras, though. I mean, I know they want to get their passing game going. Use the play action. I mean, the run has been there.
Yep.
Sell the run and look for the tight end over the middle there, but the play action will be there.
But isn't the play action developed for somebody crashing the box and the line of scrimmage so hard you're not getting anything?
It's to pull the linebackers into the box. And
I mean, we're getting 7 or 8 yards of crack. Matt Lease runs into his own player, shakes a tackler, gets inside the Peru 20, down to around the 18-yard line.
And I agree with what you're saying, but at some point we're going to run into a defensive line that can hold their own, and the linebackers won't be crashing.
You're right.
And you know, now, I mean, I know it's only 21-0 early in the third, but we've got to find a way to move the ball in the air other than a screen pass.
1st and 10 for the Zebras at the Peru 18-yard line.
I don't disagree with you at all, Mac.
Prater goes wide to the right. Riston split left. Matt Lease dots the I. Dalton Tight right. Perez hands off to Lease off the right side. He follows Abbott, cuts it back inside. Matt Lease looking for the end zone, being pushed by the Zebra offensive line, and he's going to be cut down, but I believe the ball was loose.
Did Peru rip it out?
Was the ball? Yep, Peru ripped the ball out of Lease's arms and then picks it up back at around the 10-yard line. So Lease fighting for yards, gets it inside the 5, and then fumbles the football.
Rochester's first turnover of the ball game.
He's holding his shoulder.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 11-yard line with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Chandler brings the club to the line of scrimmage. He's in the pistol formation with Seibel behind him. 4 wideouts for the Peru Tigers, 2 to each side. From their 11-yard line, Peru and Chandler takes the snap. On the option, Seibel right up the middle, met outside the lane and bounces out of the hole. Bounces out of the tackle and rumbles down the Peru sideline and picks up about 20 yards.
Rochester had him stopped, but the officials never blew a whistle, and eventually enough seconds went by that he broke free and took off to the sideline.
That play was stopped dead.
Yeah.
Somehow came out of the scrum and rumbled down the Peru sideline to the...
That's what the Rochester coaches are asking, is like, when are you going to blow a whistle?
Walker stuck him. I mean, he ran right into Tyler Walker.
And now Christina Hughes is running across the field. Somebody's over on the Peru sideline. I can't see
It's
who
a
it is.
Rochester Zebra. We're going to take a timeout. We'll take at least a 30. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Twice what Peru gained in the entire first half.
Chandler in the pistol, Seibel behind him. Cleaver goes in motion to the far side. Back to passes. Cleaver down the far sideline, picked up by Perez. Brady Perez from the 45, at the 35, the 30, and run out of bounds at the Peru sideline before the 35, giving him the 36 or 7. But Rochester turns the ball, turns Peru over
for the second time in this football game.
And will take over on this series at about the 36.
Perez using his baseball skills there.
Yeah.
Just playing center field, sitting out there waiting on the lob to come in. I said it earlier, though. The drops are 2 and 3 step, and it's just let it go. And he's going to start getting balls like that available to him.
1st and 10 for the Zebras. Jackson dots the I from the Peru 36. Jackson off the left side. And carries the ball inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line.
Brad, what is the total yardage right now? Do you have that?
Yeah, here in a minute.
I'm going to take Louisville over Alabama by 25.
No way.
You're right, no way.
No way.
Rochester's got 287 total yards.
B.J. Barnes wide to the near side.
Peru 39.
Prater split left. Abbott gets the carry going left. Cuts it back inside the blocker. Hops across a tackler and gets it close to the yard to gain. He does take it, though, inside the 30-yard line. Looks like they'll spot it at around the 27. 5:40 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 21-0. It'll bring out 3rd down and 1 for the Zebras. At about the Peru 27-yard line. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. We're going to go to 2 tight ends, Riston right, Dalton left. Full house backfield for Brady Perez on 3rd and 1. Takes a snap from Graham. Hands off to Prater. Prater looking for the edge and has it. Hayden Prater off to the races at the 5. The goal line, touchdown Zebras.
Nice job by Hayden Prater. When the hole got plugged, he just bounced left to the sideline and was gone. Nobody there.
What a
Hayden
move.
Prater.
What a move.
Hayden Prater, a 27-yard touchdown run. With 5:16 to play in the third quarter, put them up 27-0.
That's his third touchdown of the ball game.
And now Wade Schaefer will kick. Will attempt the extra point with Riston holding. Snap is back, hold is down. The Schaefer kick is away, and it is good. 28-0 Rochester. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Game mode, here it goes.
Yeah, no kidding.
1st and 10 for Peru at their own 20-yard line. Chandler in the pistol formation, Seibel behind him. Cleaver comes in motion to the near side. Here's a snap, back to passes Cleaver, rolls to the near side, in the flats, complete to Cleaver. Cleaver turns the corner, runs it up the Rochester sideline, and ran out of bounds around the 28. So he's going to pick up 8 yards on the pitch and catch, which might be the biggest pass play of the night.
It is. He's only had two receptions.
5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Again, Rochester leading 28-0. Peru has it 2nd down and 2, 2nd down and 1 at their 29-yard line. 4 receivers for Chandler, 2 to the far, which is the wide side of the field, 2 to the near. Forrest goes in motion to the far side. Here's a snap, back to passes. Chandler throws it down the middle of the field and incomplete. Oh boy, Brady. And Cleaver hit well after the ball went over his head.
Yeah,
no call.
Got to be careful.
It'll be
with
3rd
that
down.
stuff.
That was close. Peru's quarterback there, Chandler, had some good time to throw. One of the few times he's dropped back and hadn't had pressure in his face right away.
Waylon Hayes in the game. He's an outside linebacker for Rochester. 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Out of the shotgun now, Seibel to the left of Chandler. Forrest in motion left, gets it on the jet sweep. Going left, Zane Gilbert drags him down for about a 5-yard loss. It'll be 4th and long for the Tigers.
What an eraser he is.
Yeah, so quick out of that stance.
Yeah, they're going to lose more than 5, aren't they? It's 4th down at about 7, so he loses 6. 4th and 8. 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Peru has a football inside their 25-yard line, but wrestling at about the 23, and they will go for it. 4th and a short 8 for the Peru Tigers. Chandler in the pistol, looking to draw Rochester off sides, and in fact, he draws his own O-man off. Peru's pointing at Rochester, who barely moved. The left tackle took off down the field, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Peru Tigers, so it'll be 4th and about 13.
Now they will punt.
Looks like, are they going to play punt safe here, maybe?
Yeah, they're
and
doing,
dropping Nick Allen back just from his safety position instead of bringing Prater back out.
Doing the weird formation.
Yeah.
So Townsend puts a left foot into it. Nice kick.
Yep.
Takes a Peru bounce.
Get away from it.
And it bounced about 10 yards, and it'll come to rest inside the Rochester 40 at the 38. I think everybody in the stadium knew or thought, had a really good feeling that Peru was going to try to draw Rochester off sides, and good job by the Zebra defense up front. Never jumped, barely even flinched.
You're right, keeping their eye on the football, wait for it to move.
4:09 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 28-0. Gary and Tarrant brings a play in from the sideline. And I'm guessing that you'll see that young man get a ton of carries here, at least for the rest of the third quarter, as Isaiah Jackson, who has played more than I thought he would tonight, comes out of the game.
Yeah, he's got 12 carries for 70 yards.
Tarrant dots the I behind Abbott. Abbott gets the carry off the right side. Bryce Abbott at the 40 and is cut down at the 41. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I would be shocked if Jackson gets any playing time here in the second half.
And a Peru Tiger down on the field. I believe we're going to have a cramp. The way it looks from here, have a cramping issue.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised it took 3 quarters, to be honest with you. And all joking aside, it's really humid. So they're working on that young man at about the 41. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout. Nope, we're not. We're going to leave it right here as he's up. Yeah, the official's going to call the kids off the field and take a water break. So we'll take a 30. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Yeah,
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Please support the local businesses.
And he tries the left side and stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Zebras. Some scores, Brad, around the area.
Yeah, Tippecanoe Valley leading North Miami 29-0. Wabash leads Manchester 29-14. Southwood leading Northfield 14-0. Rochester traveling to Whitco to start the TRC next week. They are trailing Mechanical by 19-0.
Oh, what are we doing here? Looks like Mr. Plummer is taking off his 53, and are we going to see a receiver number on that young man?
Yes,
I believe we are.
Number 84.
Right on. Out of the shotguns, Brady Perez. Back to pass on 37. Fakes left. Pulls it down. Here comes the pressure. Throws it in the middle of the field. Isaiah Jackson wide open. Through 40. At the 35 to 30. Kicks it out to the sideline and gets out to the Peru 26-yard line. Nice job with Brady Perez. He pumped. He pulled it down, he rolled, and found a wide-open Isaiah Jackson at the 40-yard line.
33-yard pickup on that play. Nice job. Isaiah Jackson wide open. He ran out and sat right in the middle of that zone.
He did a great job of sitting in that. I was about to say sitting in that zone instead of continuing to run, just sitting down and let Perez find him.
Jerry Plummer now is wearing 84. He has come into the game, and he'll be to the tight end of the right side. I-backs. Dalton is out. I-backs for Brady Perez on 1st down from the 26. Brady hands off to Abbott right up the middle. Bryce Abbott, a huge hole, runs over the defender, a backer, and Bryce Abbott carries it to the 15-yard line.
1st down for Bryce Abbott as he picks up 11.
Cleaver for Peru just
that's called being trucked.
he got trucked, but he met Mr. Abbott and low man wins.
1st and 10 for the Z's at the Peru 15-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. Prater goes wide to the right side. B.J. Barnes split left. Matt Lease and Isaiah Jackson in the I-back formation. Jerry Plummer tied to the right side. On 1st and 10, Brady Perez takes a snap from Graham, hands off to Isaiah Jackson up the middle. Jackson trying left side, following Dylan Weaver to the 10. He's going to get 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Zebras.
And Rochester's approaching territory where they could have 3 backs with over 100 yards tonight.
Nothing to do with football, but Javi Baez just hit a home run. Cubs are up 1-0.
Why do you pitch anything in the strike zone to him?
That's okay. Hey.
No, I'm just asking.
I agree.
If you're a coach,
you bounce it.
Absolutely. Outside and he'll swing.
Yep.
2nd.
Val with a great point.
Yeah. 2nd and 5 for Rochester, the Peru 10. Jackson again, right side, cuts back towards the middle, leaps ahead, gets inside the 5, near the 3, maybe even the 2.
I'm shocked he's still in, but he must be feeling pretty good, and Coach Hooker must feel that it's good to still get him some reps. So.
Well, Jackson's got 14 carries and 82 yards.
So 1st and goal for the Z's at the 3-yard line. Perez, Jackson again, right side, Isaiah Jackson in the end zone, touchdown!
Great job by Isaiah Jackson. He was the workhorse on that one. He gets the 3-yard plunge. And the Zebras will look to go for the extra point here.
Happiest guys in the building right now are the young guys on the Zebra sideline that's going to get some playing time in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, right. Schaefer's PAT coming. Schaefer ready, Riston ready, looks at the center, now ready for the snap. It's back, hold us down, kick us away. Oh!
Shank.
And it was wide left. I believe I saw seams when he kicked that. And Schaefer gets up slow. Kick is no good. 34-0 Rochester. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI. Sorry, buddy. Hey, let's come back and talk about the guys up front again.
Yeah,
I don't think we get their name on enough.
Who took Plummer's place at tackle?
I didn't see.
I can't say.
Was
Yeah,
it 53 maybe?
Well, that's who.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And Dylan Weaver, the other left tackle.
Yeah, the linemen don't get much notoriety, but man, they are.
They're the reason we've got 315 yards rushing.
Absolutely.
Another touchback for Schaefer. I was getting a little worried because I didn't see 89 on the field, and that's Wilson Dalton, but he's right there on the kickoff team. I was hoping it wasn't an issue with him, which is why Plummer came in and played tight end, but there doesn't seem to be.
Well, and then you want to talk about how great the Rochester offensive line's been doing. The defensive line in Wilson Dalton, Tyler Walker, Ethan Dewald, and Chandler Lamb have just chewed up this Peru offense. Peru's only got 26 yards of rushing offense tonight.
58 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Rochester up 34-0, and the Peru Tigers take over on their own 20-yard line as Wilson Dalton comes off the field. Out of the pistol, Forrest in motion on the quarterback option. Forrest makes that Chandler around the left side, maybe a yard or 2. Bring up a 2nd down.
Again, I talk about these backs Rochester has. But they wouldn't have nothing again without the guys up front. It's very impressive. Very impressive.
Front three guys right now for Rochester. Left end is Walker. Nose tackle is Lamb. And Graham on the right side. Rochester expecting a run here. Motion man is Cleaver on the jet sweep. Kids that come around the near side. Looking for the edge. Got some blockers downfield at the 30. And they have a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Chandler Cleaver got a first down, but I believe Steele is going to be whistled for the holding for the Peru Tigers.
He knew he couldn't cut back in. Walker was on him.
Wriston comes up lame.
Zebra outside defender there. Was that was B.J. Barnes out there? Is that correct? Or was that Wriston that was out there that held the ground and
drew the holding call?
Yeah, did not let him get the edge. So the Zebra defense is very disciplined. I mean, outside of the passing woes we've seen with the defense on that, they're very, very run disciplined. It's fun to watch the unit work together. The guys up front accept a block to let the linebackers come in and make the tackle.
Back on the 19-yard line now.
So it'll be second down and about 11 after the penalty. Chandler in the pistol formation, Seibel behind him. Cleaver comes in motion to the near side. Here's a snap, low snap, ball's on the ground. Ball's still loose, there's a scramble for it. The beanbag flies. Graham says, we've got the football. The official says, ha. Peru keeps possession, it'll be 3rd and 11. And that'll do it for the third quarter. After 3, the Peru Tigers trail the Rochester Zebras 34-0. You're listening to Zebra Football on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Going to the fourth quarter, Rochester Mac leads 34-0.
Yeah, and Rochester has checked in a bunch of subs on defense.
Braxton Messina, Ethan Lawson, Noah Swango, Jordan Lett, Elijah Yarber.
I see Bailey Brown out there, Ethan DeWald.
3rd and 13. Back to pass. Here comes some pressure. Throws it to wide open Foster. Foster stops, grabs the ball. He's down the near sideline, looking to run away from the Rochester defense. He's on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Peru.
Coach Hooker not happy with that.
And that was an 81-yard pass from Chandler to Forrest, and the Peru Tigers are on the board.
That just quadrupled their entire offensive output. Before that play, they had less than 30 yards of total offense.
So the Peru Tigers on the board after an 81-yard pitch and catch, and the extra point coming.
I know this is the second string defense, but again, it's
unexcusable.
It's the big play that stings the Zebra defense.
Well, things like that are the reason why you're on second string, and you got to correct it. You got to come up, do a better job.
So Peru will attempt the extra point. 34-6 now, Rochester. Snap is back, hold is down, and the kick is away, and it's got plenty of leg, and it's good. So 34-7 Rochester.
I'm going to say, once again, the big play puts a score on the board for the opposition. That's an 81-yard pass play for Peru.
If we have some new faces here on the offense, we'll get to it, but we'll keep it right here for this one, Paul. Right now, 34-7, Peru leads. Brad, do you have the scoring detail?
4 plays, 80 yards. 80-yard touchdown, 81-yard touchdown passes. They were losing ground until we put the second string in.
North Miami has scored. They are on the board.
Yeah, 29-7, Tippecanoe Valley over North Miami. Pioneer leads LaVille 44-13. Triton leads Caston 39-6.
Brad Thomas, Con McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. Wabash is still leading Manchester 29-14. Did you read that one already?
Keep it in your pocket.
I don't listen.
Yeah, that's all right.
So Rochester back to receive the kick. Riston, Prater, and Tarrant.
Coach Hooker immediately went to the defense as they were coming off the field. You could clearly see he's a little upset, but he, just tell him, hey, we want to get you in, but you still got to play.
You got to play defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Forrest, probably the fastest guy in the building.
Right, Peru
was wide open.
Peru took advantage of a situation where you're putting new kids in who may not know what they're doing.
Yeah. So here we go.
Watch the onside or something. He's waving.
Low end over in kick. Tarrant bobbles it, picks it up, has blockers in front of him. Right down the middle, now to the right side. Got a tackle around his legs, and he's brought down as he crosses the 30-yard line and give him the 32. So that's where Rochester's offense will start here. And it looks like we have a wholesale of Rochester players coming in.
Jarrett Regan, Elijah Yarber. 54 is Waylon Hayes.
Noah Swango.
Number 5, it looks like Antonio Schlosser is going to be the QB for the Zebras, a freshman, 5'7", 138. I don't think he's gotten any reps this year as a QB, has he?
Couldn't tell you.
He's struggling already.
Yeah.
He's ran back to the sideline, got the play. Now we're 13 on the play clock. Rochester's going to have to hurry here to get it off.
See Ethan Miller's there on the offensive line, Tim Wooten.
Down to 7. Schlosser with the 2, takes a snap, hands off over the left side, and he gets out to the 35-yard line.
Can't see the number who carried the ball, 32. Landon Kelly.
So Kelly has a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Zebras.
Nick Allen now running.
Nick Allen will be the quarterback, yep. We're down to 11-10 to play in the football game. Rochester up 34. 34-7. Kelly dots the I. Allen is your quarterback. Under center now for the Zebras at his own 35. Here's a snap, and now we're going to have a flag on the play. False start on the Zebras. It'll back them up 5, so now it'll be 2nd and 13. Under 11 to play in the game.
Looks like big number 71, Braden Pender, a freshman, out there checked in on the offensive line. Ethan DeWald is playing offensive line as well. BJ Barnes just checked in.
Allen ready. Lawson is your fullback. On the roll, on the quarterback keeper. Nick Allen down the near sideline. He's looking for the edge and is spun around and brought down shy of the 40. Nice run by Nick Allen. It'll be 3rd down now. And it looks like about 5. After an 8-yard gain for the quarterback, Nick Allen. 3rd and 5 at the Rochester 38-yard line. 10 minutes to play in the game. Rochester leading 34-7.
Braxton Mencius just runs into the game, number 31.
Lawson and Kelly dot the I. Nick Allen under center on 3rd and 5 at his own 38 with 8 on the play clock. There's a fumble on play, and the Peru Tigers jump on it. So Rochester, for the 2nd time tonight, loses a fumble to the Tigers, and they take over at their own 25-yard line. I'm sorry, at their own 35-yard line. How about at our 35-yard line? Good heavens.
First string defense coming into the football game now.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Rochester 34 with 9:47 to play in the football game. Rochester up 34-7.
A lot of cleaning up to do. Penalties, turnovers.
Yeah.
Finishing drives when you get a turnover in their territory where you got to make it count.
Yeah, and the younger guys got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
when they're called. You never know when there's going to be an injury or any other thing that would pop up, and we're clearly not ready to go too deep.
Yeah. Chandler ready in the pistol. Seibel behind him. Back to passes. Chandler off the right side is complete to Cleaver. Cleaver takes it down the Peru sideline, enough for a first down, but as Brad said, there's a flag on the play. That was a quick hold. I'm telling you, the ball was snapped and the flag came out. That's about how quick that hold was called.
Well, was it Walker on this side, or whoever was on this side? The defensive end got around that corner before the Peru kid.
That was Wilson Dalton.
Almost before the Peru kid was out of his stance.
Yeah,
and he had no choice but to just grab him and hang on.
So that'll bring up third down. If that was thrown to the 35, it should be first down about 21. It is going to be first and 21 for the Tigers with 9:40 to play in the ball game. Rochester up 34-7.
You asked me to block Wilson Dalton, I'd hold quickly too.
Take your pick. You're going to hold any one of those three guys in the front.
Yes, all the above.
Out of the shotgun now is Cleaver. Seibel to his right. Cleaver goes in motion to the right. He gets the swing pass, bobbles it, catches it down the Peru sideline, looking for positive yardage. He gets at least the penalty back, and that's what he's going to get. He's going to get the penalty yards back, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. As Cleaver received that pass from Chandler. It'll be 2nd and 10 after a 10-yard pitch and catch.
So Peru now with over 100 yards passing gives them 134 total yards.
Well, that 81-yarder helped.
Yeah, it did.
Isaiah Jackson just runs back on for defense.
Chandler in the shotgun, Seibel to his left. 4 receivers for Peru, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Forrest, fake the handoff to him, gives to Seibel. Run underneath, takes the Peru Tigers inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Nice job by the Peru offense. I think the Zebras thought that was going to be a jet sweep to Forrest, and they handed it off underneath to Seibel, and he got it out to the 16.
Rochester's kind of given up here in this fourth quarter. Peru's going to make a ball game out of it if they put this in the end zone.
9:15 to play in the game. Rochester up 34-7. 4 receivers for Chandler with Seibel behind him. Takes the snap. Looks right, throws right to the cut. Oh, the hands off the hands of Steele, who had it. I mean, it was a really good pass, I thought, Mac. It was right there, led him to the spot. He just didn't put both hands up and kind of almost had alligator arms going across the middle, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
And it went through into Gilbreth. Gilbreth could have had a repeat of the Wabash game where he catches the ball around the 10-yard line and goes the same direction back to the house. But that's a great throw. The receiver's got to catch the ball for the Tigers there.
2nd and 10. Chandler ready in the shotgun. And the ball is loose on the ground. Rochester fighting for it. And it looks like
down.
Chandler got the ball back. He was wrestling with Tyler Walker. I'm guessing 9 out of 10 times Tyler Walker wins that fight. And the Peru Tigers are going to lose about 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12 with 8:35 to play in the game with Peru, Rochester up 34-7.
I think Peru's onto something, though. They've been running everything around the ends. That last good run went up the middle because that Rochester's expecting everything to go on the outside.
3rd and 12 from the 18 of Rochester. A quarterback keeper, Tyler Walker, grabs him by the ankles and brings him down as he gets to the 15. So give him 3. That'll bring up 4th down and about 9. Fourth and 9 for the Tigers at the Zebra 15-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the game. Rochester leading 34-7. Brad Thomas, Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. Post-game show coming up next. Don't forget Coach's Corner in the morning at 8. And we're on the road next week.
At Whitco.
Right on.
South Whitley.
Chandler takes a snap, rolls to the near side. Here comes some pressure. Wilson being double teamed, and then still slows him up. He slips a tackle to the quarterback, and Chandler gets to the 10, make that to the 11. That's not going to be enough for a first down, and Rochester will take over on downs. Wilson Dalton was being double teamed and still got the whole held. Well, I'm not saying that. And still got 2 hands on the quarterback, and Chandler was able to slip the tackle and take it out to the 11. Double teamed and still almost made the tackle.
First team offense is running back in too. I saw Dylan Weaver, Chandler Lamb, Dalton, Abbott, Walker. Yep. Coach Hooker says, okay, let's
put this one away.
Let's put it away. Yep.
7.5 to play in the game. Rochester 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. They sent 3 receivers. Nope, I'm sorry, 2 receivers. I thought Gary and Tarrant was a receiver, but he came off the field. Abbott, not a lot there. Tyler Walker is throwing Peru all over the place. literally throwing them all over the place.
I think he's done that to every opponent they've had so far this year. The kid is unbelievable.
Jeez. Not a lot there for Bryce Abbott. Give him a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. 7:15 playing the game. 34-7.
Going back to what you said earlier, the away game. I haven't known the radio that long, but I do know away game means you buy a dinner, and that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, but there might be another plan involved next week.
Ooh.
The silver end is really good in South Whitley. Jackson gets the carry. Grabbed by the shoestrings and brought down shy of the 30-yard line. Matt Lease was a fullback that time as Bryce Abbott came out. Coach Hooker now, look, fellas, Coach Hooker on the sideline now talking to the second string. That might be Coach Schaefer or Coach Secrets, actually.
Yeah, they're going to have to learn. I mean, and there's going to be multiple opportunities this year where they're going to get in. They need to come in, like Brad said, and they're expected to hold the standard just as the first unit. I don't care that they're the second unit.
3rd and 4 for the Zebras. 2 tight ends, full house backfield. Jackson gets it again, up the middle, huge hole, runs into Weaver. Weaver clearing some room for him, and Isaiah Jackson gets it across the 25 to the 27, and a first down for the Zebras.
I'll tell you, running into Weaver, ouch. I mean, I want no part of that.
Well, that gives Isaiah Jackson 101 yards on 17 carries and a touchdown for his first game back this season.
Dylan didn't move. Isaiah Jackson bounced off about 5 yards.
Well, when the big man's up the field like that and he's starting to pick off linebackers and DBs, that is not fair.
Full house backfield again with 2 tight ends for Perez from his 27-yard line. Brady takes a snap. On 1st and 10, Jackson again, up the middle again. Jackson fighting for yards, gets it to the 30, maybe even to the 31, giving 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock rolls with 5.5 to play in the game with the Zebras up 34-7.
Rochester's running game, what it does, though, and the best weapon it has is when you control the ball, it shortens the game. Clock runs, and it puts a lot of pressure on the other team to succeed on offense at a high rate.
Hayden Prater's been over 100 yards in each of our first 2 games. He's got 94 tonight.
And he is wide out to the left. Jackson dots the eye behind Lease. He gets it again going left. Isaiah Jackson, another huge hole at the left side. Tackled at about the 36-yard line, so he gets 5 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Rochester Zebras, and the second stringer's coming.
After the pep talk, okay, boys, let's try this again.
Is that what you call those, a pep talk?
That's a pep talk.
I'm asking you if that's what you called them.
Well, I call
you were in high school?
Well,
yeah, I'll say they all look pretty skinny on the backside right now.
Coach Hooker's pep talks were legendary. Let's just say that.
Nick Allen is your quarterback again. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Zebras with 7 on the play clock. 2 tight ends and a full house backfield for Rochester. Carry off the left side is going to be close to the first down. It's going to be right at the line to gain.
First down.
And that carry was from Bailey Brown off the left side. Manchester and Wabash tied at 29. 1st and 10 for the Zebras. Ball spotted at the Rochester 39 with 4 minutes to play in the game.
44-13 in halftime.
Allen under center. Kelly dots the I. He gets a carry off the right side. Landon Kelly falls across the 40 to the 41. Give him 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Guys are not start the first quarter. Well, you know, they did play LaVille in the regional last year, so LaVille's above their previous opposition. LaVille gave CNA games.
2nd and 8 for the Zebras, with 3.5 to play in the game. They'll go to a full house backfield again with 2 tight ends. Ball in the middle of the field. Nick Allen ready. Hands it off, coming to the near side. Is that Allen again? Lowers his head, fighting for a yard, gets to the 45, and it takes it out to the 46-yard line.
22.
32.
Is Landon Kelly. Landon Kelly fighting for yards, gets it to the Peru 47-yard line. 3rd and about long 2 for the Rochester Zebras. Under 3 to play in the game. Rochester up 34-7.
And here I am last week telling you guys the vision for getting old's not good. I'm missing the number.
And now we're going to have a stoppage of play, and we're going to reset the game clock, reset the play clock. Nick Allen will have 2 tight ends and a straight T backfield. Looks like the shell game is Brown bouncing around from middle to end. 3rd and long 2. Allen takes a step. Gives to Kelly. Landon Kelly off the left side.
Oh, I thought the ball came
Not a lot
out.
there. It'll be 4th and about 2. That thing didn't look right from the beginning.
No. A lot of confusion.
2:20 to play.
Yeah, Coach Hooker in his post-game interview, knowing Hook like I do, he's going to be happy they won, but he's going to be he's an attention to detail thing.
Did we just get a first?
No, it's still 4th down.
4th down. Why did they reset the chains, though?
Well, because this cat in the white hat was pointing first down.
Oh.
So the ball was carried out to the 48, so he got a yard. It'll be 4th.
Yes.
4th down for Rochester at their own 48-yard line. 4th and about 2. 2:10 to play in the game. Nick Allen ready. Clock starts. He backs away from the line of scrimmage because he can run off 25 seconds. Now he's up under center. Landon Kelly around the right side. He's at that midfield at the Peru 49. He's got enough for a first down. Landon Kelly running hard. Picks up 3 and a Zebra first down.
Good hard run there for 3 yards. That should let the Zebras run out the clock here.
Minute 50 to play in the game. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Zebras at the Peru 49. Ball in the near hash, and the Rochester Zebras out of the huddle on the line of scrimmage. Brown goes wide to the left side for the Zebras. Wide to the near side. Kelly dots the I with 10 on the play clock. Nick Allen under center. Allen takes a stab, gives to Kelly, and he fumbles it. Ball still loose. Peru picks it up.
That our 3rd turnover tonight, Brad?
1, 2. That's our 3rd turnover this half. Yes. But yes, it's our 3rd one this night.
So Peru will take over after the fumble at their own 47-yard line, going to our left with 1:21 to play in the game, with Rochester up 34-7.
A no contact fumble too. That's simply just on the exchange.
Bad handoff.
Yep, that's right.
But back to what I was saying, yeah, Coach Hooker's going to be very upset over all the miscues, and they're going to have to work hard to clean it up, because I don't care what the schedule says the rest of the year, and if teams haven't won, you turn the ball over like this, you will get beat.
Yep. And Peru's got some wholesale changes as well. Levi Strong now the quarterback for the Peru Tigers. And he'll keep it, and he's going to be buried in the backfield by Dewald. He's going to lose 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ethan Dewald is a load.
Big
6'1",
boy.
272.
That's what I was just looking at as well. A junior. Yeah, he's a big boy.
2nd and 12 for Peru. Back at their 45-yard line, under a minute to play in the game. So Rochester going to run their mark to 3-0. And we'll travel to Whitco next week to battle the Wildcats, who once again this season struggling a bit.
Yep.
Strong in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap on the jet sweep. Hands it off going right. And going to be another tackle behind the line of scrimmage for the Rochester Zebras.
66 Austin Pomp in the backfield with a nice tackle for the Zebras.
Yeah, Swango and Romero there as well.
3rd down and long for Peru. We're under 25 seconds to play in the game. Probably the last play, I'm guessing, unless there's a penalty on the Rochester Zebras. We're down to 15 seconds. Peru on the football. Strong ready. 3rd down and about 15 for the Tigers. Down to 10 on the play game clock. Takes a snap. On the carry up the middle is the fullback, and he gets back to the 45, and that's going to do it. Rochester wins one at home tonight. A final of 34-7. Postgame show next. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.